here with more Space Engineers, and today, well, the sun's going down, but that's okay because we've got a lot of stuff to do. Let me show you what we've got going on. So things have changed just a little bit. We've got the beginnings of a framework for the upper hab area. If you remember, we were talking about having windows on the surround, so that's what we've gone ahead and done. Because of the way that things are placed in here, we can actually put lights up on the ceiling, as you can see. We have entrances to basically east, west, and south. We're there in the corner right now. I'm going to reposition this a little bit. I actually thought about leaving it here, and I may still leave it here. Which actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see here. Door, do I have any steel plates on me? I didn't check. Nope, no steel plates. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we'll put an airlock here, and the other side obviously out here. And then we'll build a landing pad just for the utility craft over on this side somewhere. Now, what I want to do is none of this is piped into the rest of the network. And so what I'm thinking here, I have to come all the way around on this side. I'm going to duck down here really quick. Okay, so all of this actually pipes in, down, and through. And I don't think I can squeeze down in there. But what I'm thinking here is that over where all of this ties in underneath, we basically will put a branch in that feeds to the other side. So in order to do that, let us head inside. I mean, I could probably get away with taking some of this out, maybe? Oh, no, it's okay. Alright, so let's head in here. And this is why when we were doing everything, it was right there. I think. No. Yes, that's what I want. Okay. Missed it by that much. Okay. So what I'm thinking here is that we'll actually put a split in, because well, actually we don't even have to put a split in. We could just run it straight there, bring it down, and then back up maybe, or scratch on. Maybe we put the split there. That'll actually work. We'll put the split there and then we'll run it in, because this is okay. So since this is the middle of the area here, we'll run this out and under, and we'll have, yeah, that should work. But we'll have this run out, and then we'll have the landing pad outside where we'll have the conveyor junction, or the connector rather. Oh, hello. You would be the edge of the building. Okay, that works out pretty well. Just need to be careful that we don't peek up too much. Alright, can I get out of that? I can, okay. So what we'll do is we'll have that run through, and then out here somewhere we'll have an area that the vehicles will be able to land, drop off their cargo without having to go down the utility hatch. What I want to have that other area set up for is where the larger things, well, I don't know if we're gonna have the larger ships going through there or have the big ships out here. I'm thinking I want that big enough to get some of the larger ships in. There's a couple of mods that I want to add, and they will add new components for us to play with, both small grid and large grid. And I'm thinking we may add those, but I need to get a area out here set up that's tied in because I don't want to have to go through the entire process of dropping stuff. Basically digging out everything over there and then dropping it off in order to get the parts made, because we're running into a position where I've had to go out and do a lot of individual mining, and I'm fine with doing that. But I want to make this a little bit more utilitarian. And I do think that what we're going to do is we're going to use that crater area for the combat-based ships to hide. And we'll have just a little area out here for the utility craft. Alright, so first things first, I want to get the rest of those done. And we should have most of the parts done for this. Alright. So that gives us natural light. I also added I added 4 more solar panels to the array. 2 to either end. Actually, I added 8 solar panels to the array, I think. I think I added 4 to both sides. Yeah, so there's 4 there, 4 there, so 8 more solar panels. And I think once we've got the little area, the landing area over there done, we'll be able to bring down everything another row. So that's going to add another 10, 20, so 40 solar panels. Which means we're also going to need to get a reactor. Well, we're going to have to put a reactor room in at some point. But more importantly, we're going to have an area where we have our primary power system, which is going to be some ridiculous number of batteries. We're talking probably 20 batteries by the time everything is said and done. But we'll see how that all goes. All right. My build planner is empty. Okay. That's 4, yep. Okay. So yeah, but that's basically what we're doing. Right, so, hopefully everybody had a fantastic weekend and are enjoying their Monday thus far. I've just been basically getting all of this done, and I'm going to show you what we've been doing downstairs, because we've actually got quite a bit done. But we didn't get this tied in, and that's the thing, is that we've got a bunch of things down there that we can be using that we're not, because it's not tied in anywhere for us to get the supplies to it. And then what we'll do is, once we have all of that together... Are you serious? I must have had a partial in there then. Okay. There we go. Okay. Do I have anything left over? I've got a few iron plates, which is fine, or steel plates, I should say. Let's see here. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I've been mining for a while. I think I mined almost 200k iron on top of the stone and everything. It was, yeah. Oh, so much stuff. Alright, so we want you there, and we're gonna bring you out like so. I mean, actually I could do this instead. So we do that to there, and again, it's just basically saving us a little bit of material. Right, so that's going to come out from there. So we want that 2 R. Right, so I think that is where we're going to step this up from. So what we're going to do is this will be a bit more of a raised platform. And I want you're going to come out, step up to there, I think. And then I want this to tie in. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of why am I unable to place that block? Come on. I bet I can place it now. There we go. Okay. Alright, so now that's tied into multiple places on the base. And the reason I'm doing this is because part of this is going to actually come out now. Yeah, I think all of it can come out. And we're going to have it tied together down here as well. And like I said, this is really just keeping it all together for us. And you're going to come up this way. There we go. And that gives us 2 connection points to the base. And the reason we're doing this is because I want this to be recessed enough that it's not going to be a huge issue for us getting around if we need to. You're going that way, so let's go like that. I mean, I guess I could have done that differently, but we're going to leave it like that on this side. Alright, so you'll be able to walk up that, and walk up that. Okay, actually, you know what? I do actually like having that. And yeah, we'll do it that way. Okay. Alright, so we have to go inside for a second anyway, so let's go in. We'll get all of this welded up at some point, but I want to go grab a little bit of power. Leave that open for now. Leave it open. Let's go get some power, get ourselves refueled, and then we'll take it down into the industrial area, which is actually an industrial area now. It's not finished. We've only been getting things done as we have time for it. As you can see, we've gone ahead and added the lights, so you can now see everything on the way down. Come out here, we're going to kick on lights because we haven't gotten that lit up yet. All of our storage is now online. This was a couple of hours of mining, honestly. We've got this one done, and I think, did we get all of them in? So we did have to make a change. Let me talk about that in a second. So what we ended up with, and I forgot to do in the last one, was we needed the conveyors to feed just ingots through, because I don't want these, because I want them connected in line. And I mean, we could always take the connections out if we really wanted to, but I like having a second flow that's kind of out of the way. So all of these sorters only allow ore. I haven't put them into their dedicated modes yet, but all of these will pass ore to all of the refineries that are online. And these sorters will only allow ingots through. So what that allows us to do, and we've got it mirrored over here, it's just the blocks are up above. So what that's going to allow us to do is to have it set up so that the assemblers can pull ingots from either this line or the actual conveyor line, because there's these sorting blocks here. This sorting block only allows ingots to go out. That way, if something breaks, we can pass it through. We can still pass stuff through, or we should still be able to pass stuff through. The odds of everything down here breaking, very, very slim. Doesn't mean it's impossible, just not probable. And then on this side, we basically did the same thing where we have a sorting block tied to a conveyor, or actually I think we have a conveyor tied to a sorting block, and then we have our assembler array. And it actually came out. Remember when we first started this whole thing, I counted the blocks out. And when we were building stuff, it kept coming up short, and I was trying to figure out why. Yeah, it's because I forgot to put the bloody sorting blocks in. So I ended up having to rip a bunch of stuff out and put it all back in to get it all working again. But yeah, it came out exactly where we wanted it, so I'm very happy about that. We're going to have, this will be, I want to say habitation and or like flight office kind of stuff. Maybe like mechanics rooms or something. We've got some mods that we're going to be putting in that'll give us a bit more things like, well, we have all of the DLCs, so we can actually use all of the set pieces from that. But there's a couple of mods that I'm going to be adding that will give us more set pieces, so that we can actually put in more like storage things, have it be more of like a workshop industrial area. And then out here is where we're going to end up with having the drilling rig. So I'm thinking later this week, maybe even Wednesday-ish. It may be as early as Wednesday, but it's more likely going to be Friday. We'll actually start building the mining rig. So maybe the end of the day Wednesday, going into Friday's video. But yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be working on real world all week. Is getting all of this up and running. So this is why I need to have an area up top, because I need to have it tied into this grid. Because right now we don't. So the only thing we're running is the one refinery and the assembler up on the roof. And as soon as that's done, like once we get the connector in place for it and we get the whole landing pad situation sorted out, we'll be able to break this stuff down, finish the corner off to make it airtight, because right now this won't hold atmosphere, unfortunately. If I could get this to hold atmosphere, I would actually leave it. I think it would look really interesting to have stuff like that here. What I might be able to do is I might be able to take this out and make that. I wonder if that would be airtight, because this thing, the refinery is weird for the way that airtight works with this thing. Generally speaking, this back wall is airtight, but the side walls, I believe, aren't. So if I take this out and put another assembler in here, or just cap it off with blocks, I might be able to make the interior airtight. That might be a thing. But we need to get all of this done first. But alright, so focus, Hal. We have to focus here. Okay, so let's go ahead. How much? Oh, plenty of blocks, okay. I have no clue how many that was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go 10. This is going to be a rather large landing area. Because like I said, I do want to have the ability to have larger supply and resource ships come out. And do I want it to extend past this at all? Let's go one past. And we'll take a look at that and see if that is something that we want. Okay, so if we give that, actually thinking to move the whole thing over a bit further. I think it would be good. Because it's right now, it's kind of swinging out over the landing area, and I want, like I said, I want at least, if not large ships, the smaller side of medium and or the larger side of small. So if we go, how does that look? Would that be good? So that would be here. So if we go this way, and let's bring this over here. Alright, so from here, okay, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So should be okay if we do 11, 12. That gives us an area of 11 by whatever. Actually, have to go in one or out one? Let's go out one. I want it to be odd. That way we have an odd number of interior tiles. Okay, so we went out one. And again, this is just marking the the outer portions of everything. We want you to go there. And that would come up to here-ish. You're attached on that side, okay. Right, so if we go like that, to that, and to there. Now I will probably come back and somewhere along here, I kind of like having it at that height. Because if I do because what I was thinking was doing some stairs, which wouldn't be bad if we did them here. Alright. Construction components. Oh, give me a few. I don't know. Because what we can do is if we do this, I guess we could then do that. That brings us up. And if we go like so, just again, this is just to get us out here.
Energy low.
I need for you. Come on. There we go. That gets us connected there. And we can then say connection there. There we go. All right, and then we'll take this stuff out. All right, let's see what that's going to look like now. Oh, that should be nice. Yeah, and then what we'll do is we'll have a couple of connectors over here for various things. So we'll have, you know, one in the middle on both ends. Maybe one on the middle on both sides. Like, say, 2 or 3 blocks in. And then maybe one in the corners? I don't know. What do you think? Do one in the exact middle. One at the middle at the top, bottom, left and right. Oh, I should say right and left. So we'll end up with 3 in the middle, 3 in the middle. And then that'll allow us to have areas around it that we can either have ships like that aren't doing something like charging. Maybe. Okay, so what did 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Energy critical.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6 is the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's going to be 7 in the middle is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and run these straight across because it just makes it easier. I don't have to count it out on both sides. We'll go grab some more power here in a second. What we're going to do is we're going to grab those, get that out of here. Okay, so you to there. There we go. There to there. And you're tied into the rest of the structure. There you go. Ah!
Energy.
Quick, 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 quick. Let me go, let me go. Get off the wall. It's trying to kill me. Alright.
Energy low.
Yes, I know energy is low. Oh, I need to put a charge station up there. Alright. Okay, whoop. Let's go up. We'll go up this way. And like I said, we're really just kind of focusing on getting as much of this done as possible right now. I'm thinking, really? And what we're going to end up with here is something kind of along the lines of this. I might even leave the light armor blocks as dividers. You're going to come out. You're coming out. So this isn't anything new. I've used base designs like this in the past, and specifically these types of landing arrangements in the past. They give a really easy to use system that's just really convenient for general base building. So, alright. And then the last one over here is going to be just like that. All right. Okay. Now, if we fly up, we have basically 4 landing areas and then 1 large landing area. Since we have 5 blocks on either side here, is that? Hold on a second here. Let me count that to make sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So did we end up with an even number? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hold on here a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That seems to be equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm not going completely crazy then. Alright, so we're going to take you out. And then 3rd block on this side. And that's where we're going to put connectors on those sides. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 5 here. So we're going to do the same here. And there. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we've got a connector there, there, and there, and then we'll have them here, and then we'll probably put one on these if we need to. Now, I'm not expecting to need to at any time in the near future, but you never know. It's always possible. Never assume that things are going to work exactly the way you want. Alright, so that gets us there. Okay, so I think that should work. Now what we'll do is we'll continue this line down. And you, sir, are going to be a bit of a walk. Yeah, so I'm not too worried about if we break through here, because I'm going to put a block on either side of it, because I do want this to be as connected to the base as possible without just being ridiculously obnoxious. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to take the half blocks that we have, we're going to flip those so that they're there. And then that gives us a place to tie into so we can actually put the catwalks in. And what we'll do is we'll have the catwalk come across this on both sides. And so that way we actually have like a little area out here that if we want, we could even maybe put ramps in and have an area for ground-based vehicles to park. Which might not be a bad idea, but we'll leave that for we'll leave that for the future. For now, we're just going to worry about the stuff that we need to worry about. Okay, so now that we're here, the rest of this becomes fairly easy. We just have to dig ourselves a line to where we can get. There. And again, we're going to do this for the entire build, so. There's one there, there's one there, one there. Okay, so that should be, yep. The end of those. And part of the reason we're doing this is that we're going to have conveyor junctions down here connected in under these. And then I'm going to have those basically split and be able to split off as we need to. Just to give us a little bit more area to work with. Or I should say more of a network to work with. Okay, so that's that. Shouldn't have to go too far to hit the next one. There we go. And then over here, what I could do is I could probably, let's see, I want to make sure we've got all of those accounted for. We do. That's coming in, that goes that way, that goes that way, and that goes that way. Okay. And then what we're going to do is off camera. Do I have any interior plates? No. Because that would have been entirely too easy and foresightful. There we go. Okay, so we have the connectors in place. We need to put the conveyor junctions in. And you are going to be a conveyor junction there. And then, like I said, we want these guys to basically hold the base together. Actually, are you? You're not going to. You're not going to do what I want you to do because there's nothing connecting you there. But we can fix that. We can do this. Right. And then that holds it together. Also gives it a little bit of protection. We'll probably take that out. I'm thinking, yeah, we're going to do that. So that way we end up with hard dividers between the four corners, or the four sections. There we go. That should work.
Energy low.
I'm down 25% again. Okay. And that will allow us to once again do that. That. And then we can go like so, like so. The only one that we're going to run into any type of real issue is going to be with this one, but that's okay. Not too worried about it. There you go. Okay. All right, so now basically what I'm going to be doing is just shuttling parts back and forth. To get all of this welded in, because we need to basically run a line this way to a conveyor junction here. We're going to have to run the lines here and then pipe it all the way back in. Yay. Now, the benefit of all this is that once it's done, I'll be able to move the ship over here and we can talk about that corner. So what I'm going to do is I think we're going to go ahead and call this one here. I'm going to thank you for stopping in. You know the spiel. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, leave comments down below, etc., etc. Snuggle the like buttons and the subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, on that note, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of the day. Enjoy your week, and we will see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Okay, so now basically shuttling parts. Yay.